Hello, health enthusiasts. We all know that eating fruits and vegetables is essential for overall health, but did you know that some of them might actually be harmful to your brain health? That's right, some fruits and vegetables contain toxins, pesticides, or compounds that may interfere with cognitive function, memory, and even contribute to brain aging. In today's video, I am going to break down the top 5 vegetables and fruits that might be doing more harm than good to your brain. We'll talk about why these foods can cause damage, how they affect cognitive function, and what you can do to avoid them while still maintaining a healthy diet. Let's get started with the first vegetable that could be harming your brain health. Part 1. Why brain health matters. Your brain is the most complex organ in your body, responsible for everything from your thoughts and emotions to your movement and memory. So, it's no surprise that what we put into our bodies can significantly affect brain health. As we age, our brain's ability to process information naturally declines, which is why we experience things like memory loss and slower cognitive processing. However, unhealthy foods can speed up this process. Foods that increase inflammation, oxidative stress, or that contain neurotoxic substances can contribute to faster brain aging and cognitive decline. In this video, we're going to take a close look at some of the most common vegetables and fruits that could be harming your brain over time. By avoiding or moderating these foods, you can help keep your brain sharp and improve your memory, concentration, and overall mental clarity. Part 2. The top 5 vegetables and fruits that harm your brain health. 1. Spinach. High levels of oxalates. Let's start with spinach. Spinach is known for its nutrient density and often praised for being rich in iron and vitamins, but it comes with a downside when it comes to brain health. Why it's harmful? Spinach contains oxalates, naturally occurring compounds that can bind with calcium and form calcium oxalate crystals. When consumed in excess, oxalates can contribute to the formation of kidney stones and may disrupt the absorption of calcium in your body. Oxalates can also have a neurotoxic effect, leading to brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and memory problems. How it harms the brain. Oxalates can cause neurotoxicity by increasing inflammation in the brain, which can contribute to cognitive decline and affect brain function. High oxalate levels may also inhibit the absorption of calcium, a critical mineral for maintaining healthy brain cells and ensuring proper neurotransmitter function. How to reduce the harm? Steaming spinach can reduce its oxalate content. Consider alternating spinach with other leafy greens such as kale, lettuce, or Swiss chard, which contain lower levels of oxalates. 2. Potatoes. High glycemic index and Solanine potatoes are a popular vegetable, but they can be problematic for brain health, especially if consumed in large quantities or prepared in certain ways. Why it's harmful? White potatoes, in particular, have a high glycemic index G, which means they cause a rapid increase in blood sugar. Elevated blood sugar levels can trigger inflammation and accelerate brain aging. Solanine, a natural toxin found in green potatoes, can also be neurotoxic and impair brain function. How it harms the brain? High G foods, such as potatoes, can lead to insulin resistance, which negatively affects brain function and accelerates cognitive decline. Solanine can disrupt neurotransmitter balance, leading to brain fog and reduced ability to concentrate. How to reduce the harm? Choose sweet potatoes instead, as they have a lower glycemic index and are rich in antioxidants that support brain health. If consuming regular potatoes, make sure they are not green or sprouted and opt for boiling or baking instead of frying. 3. Tomatoes can cause inflammation. While tomatoes are packed with nutrients, they might not always be the best choice for brain health, especially for individuals sensitive to nightshades. Why it's harmful? Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family, which includes eggplant, peppers, and potatoes. These plants contain alkaloids such as solanine and tomatine, which can cause inflammation in the body, particularly for those sensitive to nightshades. Chronic inflammation in the brain can lead to cognitive dysfunction and is a key factor in the development of neurodegenerative diseases. How it harms the brain. Alkaloids in tomatoes can trigger brain inflammation, leading to issues like memory loss, brain fog, and overall mental sluggishness. Chronic inflammation can accelerate the onset of conditions like Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. How to reduce the harm. If you are sensitive to nightshades, it may be best to limit tomato intake and opt for alternatives like cucumbers or bell peppers, which offer similar nutritional benefits without the inflammatory compounds. For apples, high pesticide residue an apple a day might keep the doctor away, but it could also be exposing you to harmful pesticides that can damage your brain over time. Why it's harmful. Apples are often treated with pesticides during their growth and harvesting. These pesticides can leave harmful residues on the fruit, which may have neurotoxic effects on the brain. Pesticides can contribute to brain fog, memory issues, and mood disturbances. How it harms the brain. The pesticide residues on apples can interfere with the brain's function by disrupting the nervous system, causing neuroinflammation and oxidative stress. Long-term exposure to pesticides has been linked to an increased risk of neurological diseases. How to reduce the harm. To minimize pesticide exposure, try to buy organic apples or wash apples thoroughly before consumption. You can also opt for non-chemical alternatives like pears or grapes if you are concerned about pesticides. 5. Peppers. Nightshade family causes inflammation. Lastly, let's talk about peppers, both hot peppers and bell peppers, why it's harmful. Peppers are also part of the nightshade family, containing alkaloids such as capsaicin in hot peppers and solanine in bell peppers, which can cause inflammation in sensitive individuals. Chronic inflammation is known to contribute to neurodegenerative diseases and cognitive decline. How it harms the brain. Capsaicin and solanine can trigger brain inflammation, which is often linked to memory loss and mental fog. The inflammatory response from nightshades may accelerate brain aging and impair overall cognitive function. How to reduce the harm. If you're sensitive to nightshades, consider limiting pepper intake and replacing them with herbs like parsley or cilantro, which provide flavor without the inflammatory compounds. Part 3. How to make better food choices for your brain health. Now that you know which vegetables and fruits can harm your brain, here are some tips to keep your brain healthy. Buy organic to minimize exposure to pesticides and harmful chemicals. Rotate your greens and avoid consuming high oxalate foods every day. Choose sweet potatoes and other root vegetables with a lower glycemic index for better blood sugar control. Limit nightshades and opt for anti-inflammatory alternatives like turmeric and ginger. So there you have it, the top 5 vegetables and fruits that could be harming your brain. By making smarter food choices, you can help keep your brain sharp, your memory intact, and your overall cognitive health in check. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on brain health. And leave a comment below. Which food will you avoid to protect your brain? We'd love to hear your thoughts.